Today in this class, I will discuss the chapter called My Mother at 66, which is a chapter of General English class 12 under AHSSC or ASSEB board. This will be a complete revision course which will be completing before your final exam 2025. That means this series will focus on completing the complete textbook of General English, a revision, okay, a complete revision of General English textbook before the final exam 2025. So till now I have supposed or I can believe that you have completed your studying this for this examination in your school or colleges, but I am attempting you to give a complete revision of this textbook before the exam. If you want to attain a maximum possibility to attempt any question of this chapter, you can watch this class till the end. Please note, this will be a long class video because exam is knocking at the door, so I am targeting to complete the chapter in one video only. Instead of providing 2 or 3 video in one chapter, I am targeting to complete the chapter in one video only. Okay, so if you want to attempt the question from this chapter, you can watch this class till the end. Okay, the language of this video will be on English only. Okay, sometimes I will use some other language, that is Assamese or Hindi, but as it is a English subject, so I will preferably use English, okay, in my lecture. Okay, so let me tell you one thing, that we are also available on Facebook and Telegram. Okay, link for those for both this channel or both this page will be given in the description section. You can message us here for instant reply. You can message us in Facebook or Telegram for any instant reply. Okay, regarding any confusion or suggestion, if you have. Okay, all the links are provided in the description section. So without wasting any time, let us move to the chapter quickly. Okay, first I am thinking to provide you the line by line explanation of this poem, that is My Mother is at 66. My Mother is 66, okay, by Kamala Das. Okay, what will be the motive of this explanation? I am thinking that if you understand the poem line by line, okay, if you understand the poem line by line, then I hope you will be able to attempt any question of this chapter. Okay, so how the poem starts? The poem starts with I am driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday morning. I saw my mother beside me. Those open-minded her face. Okay, let us focus on this line only. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday. Okay, I am focusing on what? I am focusing on up to here, from here to here only. Okay, so here is the explanation of this line. Driving from my parents' home to Cochin last Friday. That means what? What the poet is thinking, or what the poet is trying to say in this chapter, in this line. The poet begins by narrating a personal experience. The poem is beginning with the explanation of a personal experience. Okay, what is the experience? She is traveling from her parents' home to Cochin airport on last Friday morning. That means what? এই যে ইয়াতে লিখা আছে যে তোমালোকে চাবা ড্ৰাইভিং ফ্ৰম মাই পেৰেণ্টছ হোম, ডেট মিনছ our poet Kamala Das was in her parents' home. That means Kamala Das was in her parents' home, that is in her paternal home. Okay, and she was driving from her parents' house. তাইৰ মাকৰ ঘৰৰ পৰা ক'ত গৈ আছিলে? কোচিন গৈ আছিলে, কোচিন এয়াৰপৰ্টত গৈ আছিলে। কেতিয়া গৈ আছিলে? ফ্ৰাইডে গৈ আছিলে, ফ্ৰাইডে মৰ্ণিঙত গৈ আছিলে। ইমানখিনি বুজিছা মানে? ডেট মিনছ দ্য পয়েট Kamala Das was driving in her car to the Cochin airport. From where? From what? From her parents' home. Okay, next line কি কয়? I saw my mother beside me. Those open minded. তোমালোকে বুজিব পাৰিছা যে মই মোৰ মাক দেখিছোঁ। I saw my mother, that means মই মোৰ মাক দেখিছোঁ। কি দেখিছোঁ? Beside me মানে মোৰ মোৰ চিটৰ ওচৰত বহি আছিলে মোৰ মা। কেনেকৈ বহি আছিলে? ড'জ, অ'পেন মাইণ্ডেড, অ'পেন মাউথড, মানে বুঢ়া হৈ আছিলে তাৰ মাটো, ঠিক আছে। আৰু তেতিয়া কি হৈছিলে, বুঢ়া মানুহৰ কি হয়, মুখটো সদায় খুলি থাকে ন, আমি জানো যে আমাৰ আইতাবোৰৰ মুখটো সদায় খুলি থাকে। তো দ্য দ্য মাউথ অফ দ্য মাদাৰ অফ কমলা দাস ৱাজ অলৰেডি অ'পেন। তো মই কেনেকৈ লিখিছোঁ এক্সপ্লেনেশ্যনটো তোমালোকে চাবাচোন। দ্য পয়েট অবজাৰ্ভছ হাৰ মাদাৰ চিটিং বিচাইড হাৰ, মই কৈছোঁ ন যে শ্বি ৱাজ চিটিং বিচাইড হাৰ মাদাৰ না, ডজিং অফ উইথ মাউথ স্লাইটলি অ'পেন, মানে বুঢ়া মানুহৰ কি হয়, মাউথটো সদায় খুলি থাকে, ঠিক আছে। দিছ ইমেজ, মানে এইটো ইমেজেৰী, এইটো ৰিয়েল নহ'ব পাৰে, আমি নাজানো। পয়েট্ৰি ইজ অল এবাউট হোৱাট, ইমেজিনেশ্যন। আমি নাজানো যে এইটো ৰিয়েলত হৈছে নে নহ'ল, কিন্তু আমি এইটো কি কৰিম, ইমেজিনেৰী ল'ম। দ্য ইমেজ ইণ্ডিকেটছ হাৰ মাদাৰ্ছ অল্ড এজ এণ্ড এক্সষ্টন, বুজিছানে? মানে এইটো বুজাইছে যে তাৰ মাকৰ কি বয়স বেছি হ'ল, ঠিক আছে, অল্ড এজ হ'ল, ঠিক আছে। তো কুৱেশ্যন তেনেকৈ আহে যে হোৱাট ইজ দ্য পয়েম ইজ অল এবাউট, তো ইউ কেন ৰাইট ডেট দ্য পয়েট ইজ অল এবাউট, দ্য পয়েম ইজ অল এবাউট অল্ড এজ, দেন অল্ড এজ ডিকে ডেথ, এনেকৈ, ঠিক আছে, তোমালোকে লিখিব পাৰা, ঠিক আছে। নেক্সট লাইন নম্বৰ 3 কি কৈ আছে, হাৰ ফেচ এচিয়ান লাইক ডেট অফ এ কৰ্পছ। The poet is comparing her mother's face with what? With that of a corpse, right? কেনেকৈ লিখিছোঁ মই এক্সপ্লেনেশ্যনটো, দ্য পয়েট কম্পেয়াৰ্ছ হাৰ মাদাৰ্ছ ফেচ টু ডেট অফ এ কৰ্পছ। দ্য পেইল লাইফলেছ এপিডিয়েন্স অফ হাৰ মাদাৰ ৰিফ্লেক্টছ হাৰ ফ্ৰেইলিটি, প্ৰক্সিমিটি অফ ডেথ, which causes the poet deep in pain. That means মই কৈছোঁ না, poet is all about what? Decay, death, suffering. Okay, question এনেকৈ আহিব পাৰে that what is the poem all about? Poem is all about decay, death, suffering and all. Okay, so next line আমি চাই লওঁ, লাইন নম্বৰ 3 কি লিখিছে লাইন নম্বৰ 3, and realized with pain that she was old as she looked, মানে তাৰ মাটো কি আছে, old আছে, যেনেকৈ লিখিছে, যেনেকৈ দেখিব পাৰোঁ তেনেকৈ old আছে, ঠিক আছে। The poet becomes acutely aware of her mother's advancing age and the inevitable reality of her eventual passing. This realization emotionally distressing her, মানে যেতিয়া পোয়েটে ভাবে যে মোৰ মা old হ'ল, তেতিয়া ইমাজিনেশ্যনে কি কৰে, পয়েটক আমার বহুত দুঃখী করে দিই। She becomes very sad after imagining that her mother has become old. Okay, excuse me for 2 seconds. Okay, let me turn off the switch. Thank you for excusing me. Let me continue. Line number 5 কি কৈছে, but soon put that thought away and looked out. মানে poet বেছি time, the poet was no longer keeping that thought in her mind. She was not becoming very sad for that moment. She put that thought away, মানে এটাৰ জাগাত থটটো ৰাখি দিছে, আৰু কি কৰিছে, she has looked outside the car, outside the door of the car. Okay, কি দেখিছে চাওঁ আমি, to distract, how, মানে why she has done this, মই ইয়াতে মিনিংটো লিখিছোঁ, why she has done this, to distract herself from this painful thought. That means she is leaving her mother for long time. That is why she is leaving this thought in her mind, in her heart. The poet shifts her attention to the world outside the car window. Okay, she tries to look outside the world, what happens. Let us progress, okay, further. Okay, at young trees, মানে she was looking outside the car at young trees sprinting, that merry children sprinting out of their homes. That means she has looked at the children who was playing outside their home, who are playing outside their homes. She becomes happy at that moment. Okay, after seeing all this, she observes the youthful vibrant face scene outside. The trees appear to be sprinting as the car moves, and the children are joyfully playing. She becomes happy. This stark contrast between the vitality outside and her mother's again self underscores her inner turmoil. That means she becomes again sad, because why? Because at one time, or at one moment, she was also what, young. Her mother was also young. She was, both of them were playing at this moment. She realizes that আমিও একবার এনেকে আছিলোঁ, এই টাইমত আছিলোঁ, ঠিক আছে। But after the airport's security check, standing a few yards away, After reaching the airport and completing the security check, the poet stand at short distance away from her mother, observing her closely. That means when she reached the Cochin airport, she what? She stands a feet away from her mother and she observes. She observes her mother. What she doing? She is looking for the last time, na? Because she is leaving her mother for a long time. Okay. Next, let me tell you one thing that. Uh, this class is a demo class. Okay, this class is a demo class. I will be providing this class in paid course only. Okay, no, I will not be providing in free mode. Okay, 2 or 3 classes will be providing in free mode, but this will be after all a paid class of rupees 299 only. Okay, before the exam, don't worry. Before the exam, I will be completing this course, and you have to pay only 299 only. Okay, for this course. Okay, and you have to note that quality and the pattern of the to explain the chapter will be same in this video. মানে মই যেনেকৈ ইয়াতে এক্সপ্লেইন কৰিছোঁ চেম তেনেকৈ বাকীবোৰ ক্লাছবোৰ তেনেকৈ হৈ থাকিব ঠিক আছে the pattern and the explanation of this chapter will be same as it is as provided in the video. If you want to attain maximum possibility to attempt any question of this chapter, আজিকালি এক্সামত কি হৈ থাকে আজিকালি এক্সামত বহুত এক্সট্ৰা কুৱেশ্যন দি থাকে যিবিলাক কুৱেশ্যন টেক্সটবুকত আছে ইয়াৰ বাহিৰেও কুৱেশ্যন বহুত দি থাকে তো আই এম টাৰ্গেটিং টু মেক ইউ make you attempt all the questions that come in the exam after explaining all this chapter. Okay, I will provide previous year question paper solution also. I will provide live discussion of this chapter in order to make you ready for the exam. Okay, so if you want to join this course, you can join. You can click on the link that is attached with this video in the description section. Okay. Remember that this is a demo class only. If you like this video, you can join my course after clicking the link in the description section. Okay, so let us move to further. Line number 8. I looked at her when pale as late winter's moon. The poet once again notices her mother's pale and wan. Mane after taking what? After taking security check, na? After taking, we have studied that she has reached the Cochin airport and she has what? She has done her security check, na? And standing a few yards away, what she looked? I looked at her when pale as a late winter moon and felt that old. That means she is comparing and contrasting the phases of her mother. She is again becoming sad because her mother is becoming old. Okay. At what time she is looking after completing the security check of this airport. Okay. Now, line number 9. What line number 9 says? And felt that old familiar ache, my childhood's fear. This sight triggered the poet's deep-sealed fear of losing her mother. That means from childhood she has a fear that her mother will become one day old and she will leave her mother, or her mother will leave her. She will die. Okay, that is the childhood fear. Okay, she is fearing from childhood that one day her mother will die. Okay, a fear she carried since childhood. The thought of separation and death haunts her. Okay, that this fear is from her childhood. Okay, childhood days that one day her mother will become old. Okay, and ultimately she will leave her. Okay, that is the thing she is focusing, or she is saying in this line. Okay, next line, we are completing the chapter, or we are completing the poem, na? But all I said was, see you soon, amma. She has nothing to say, but she is saying that I will see you soon, mama, amma. Despite her emotional pain, she does not express her fear. Instead, she assures her mother that she will see her again very soon. Okay. All I did was smile, smile, and smile. The poet was smiling and smiling because inside she was sad, but she cannot pretend to be sad because if he pretend to be sad, her mother will become also sad. Na? That is why she is pretending to be happy. Okay. The poet forces her mother to smile repeatedly to mask her sorrow. I said, na, inside she was sorrowful, she was painful, but she was hiding her sorrow before her mother because you know the reason, na? I have already told. This smile symbolizes her attempt to remain positive and strong in the face of inevitable reality of loss. This smile or this imaginary scene us teaches us that we'll have to be happy in sad situation also. Okay, that is the thing. So summary of the poem is that the poem captures the poet's emotional conflict as she grapples her mothers again and again. The vital reality of the world that fragile her mother's life, reflecting universal themes of love, loss, fear, and separation. That means the poet or the poem wants to say that one day everyone will die, everything will be vanishes with the time. Okay, that is the thing the poet is want to say in this poem. That means with the poem she wants to say that one day everyone will die. Okay, and we have to leave our loved ones in this world. Okay. Let us move to the question answer of this chapter, textual question answer of this chapter. Let me remind you once again that this will be a demo class only, targeting the upcoming final examination of your class, and this will be a paid course of costing rupees 299 only. I will complete the chapter, or I will complete this course before your final exam. Don't worry, and I will be uploading this file in some other format. I will not be I will be publishing this file publicly. Okay, don't worry, this class will be uploaded in the YouTube channel only, but upcoming classes may not be uploaded in the YouTube channel. It will be a paid course. Those who want to pay this fees, you can click on the link given in the description section. Why you want to attend this chapter? Because if you attend this course, you will be prepared for attending maximum question of the upcoming examination. Okay, and the quality and the explanation pattern will be the same as discussed in this video. Okay, please keep in mind that quality and the content will be the same. Okay, there will be no compromise in the quality of the class. Okay, so keep in mind that this will be a minimal fees. Okay, only 299. You have paid thousand of rupees to your tuition teachers na whole the year, but I am asking only 299. If you can pay, you can click on the link given in the description section, or else you can watch the video till the end. Let us move to the question answer. These are whole textual question answer. Question number 1 is, what kind of pain and ache does the poet feel? What kind of pain and ache does the poet feel? There is the line. Na? Where is the line? Driving from my parents' home to Cochin airport last day. The morning I saw my mother, doze, open mouth, her face like that cop. Acha, dekho. And realized with pain that she was old as she looked. Soon had realized with pain that she was as old as she looked. But this is the pain. Na? Question was, what is the pain? This is the pain. So let us. I am telling you verbally the answer, na? But you cannot write like this in the exam. Na? You have to modify your answer in a beautiful way so that examiner will impress with your answer. Na? So how can you write the answer? The poet experiences a familiar old pain rooted in her childhood, a fear of decay, death that is inevitable for all. This ache arises from the realization that aging, separation, and death are unavoidable, as is evident in the case of poet's mother. Na? That means that uh, it is evident that the aging, death, and decay all are what? Inevitable, avoidable. That means we cannot avoid death. Na? We cannot avoid death, age old. Na? That is why the poet is also cannot avoid death. Na? It is the thing the poet is want to say in the chapter. Okay, let us see the next question. Why are the young trees described as sprinting? Or what does the sprinting young tree signify in the poem? Answer will be, the sprinting young trees signifies the illusion of rapid movement caused by the poet traveling in the fast moving vehicle. Okay, let us see the next question. Okay, next part of the answer. This contrast with the stillness and passivity of the poet's aged mother, symbolizing the vitality of youth against the inevitability of aging. If you feel that these answers are tough, you can make your own answer. I hope you have understood the chapter. You can make your own answer. Thinking in mind that you should write a complete grammar, correct grammar and correct sentence. Okay. then only you will be getting a good mark in the exam, or else you will not be getting a good mark in the exam. Okay. Question number 3 is, why does the poet include the image of merry children spilling out of their home? Answer will be, the poet incorporates this image to create a vivid contrast. Outside the car is vibrant, brimming with energy. The carefree, joyous children pouring out of their homes symbolize life, vitality, and happiness, emphasizing the stark difference between the poet's mother, somber, lifeless, and demure. Okay. I know that these answers are a little tough, but you can write your own answer. Okay. If you feel these answers are tough. Okay. Next question. Why is the mother compared to late winter's moon? Why is the mother is compared to the late winter moon? Answer will be, the poet likens her mother to late winter's moon because her mother's face is pale and ashen, devoid of vitality, much like that of the faint, lackluster appearance of the moon during her winter. This comparison underscores the fragility and faded brightness of her mother. That means what? Late winter moon. What happens in the late winter moon? The faintness or the faintness is visible in the moon. Na? Likewise, the faintness of our mother also visible in her face. Okay, that is the thing the poet is thinking to say in the poem. Okay, let us move to the question number 4. Uh, what does what do the poet's parting words and her smile represent? Answer will be, the poet's parting words and smile reflect her attempt to mask her deep-seated fear of losing her mother to inevitable reality of death. Aware of natural cycle of life, she smiled as a gesture of acceptance and reassurance, hiding her sadness while bidding farewell. Okay, this is the thing the poet is thinking to say in the poem. Question number 6 will be, discuss the poetic devices used in Kamala Das' poem My Mother at 66. This is one of the important question of this chapter. Likewise, the question will come. Okay, so answer will be, the poem is rich in imagery, metaphors, enhancing its emotional depth. The mother's face is described as pale and corpse-like, conveying her fragility. The comparison of her one face to late winter moon symbolizes her faded vitality and weakened state. Contrasting imagery such as the energetic children and sprinting trees is used juxtaposed of the vigor of the outside life with passivity of her aging mother, further enhancing the poem theme. Okay, here is the end of the question answer of textual question, but I am giving you one extra question. That is what? That is the central idea of the poem. If you study this answer very seriously, I hope you will be you will be able to attempt any question of this chapter. Okay, this is the central answer of this chapter. Okay. So, what is the central idea of the poem? The poem My Mother at 66 by Kamala Das is deeply emotional and poignant reflection on the inevitable realities of aging, separation, morality. The poet begins by describing a car journey with her mother, where she observes her aging mother sitting beside her, dozing off with her mouth slightly open. The mother's pale face, ashen face, reminds the poet of a corpse, symbolizing fragility and the shadow of interpreting death. Next, this realization fills the poet with an old familiar ache, a childhood fear, losing of her loved ones and confronting of death. To divert her mind, she looks outside and notices young trees appearing to sprint and children spilling out of their homes. These vibrant images of life and vitality starkly contrast with her mother's lifeless specific demeanor, emphasizing the theme of the aging versus youth. Towards the end of the journey, the poet bids farewell at the airport. She compares her mother's pale face to the late winter's moon, dim faded and lacking brightness. The metaphor highlights her mother's fragility and diminishing vitality, despite her overwhelming fear of separation loss. The poet hides her emotion behind a smile and bids goodbye to her mother with a hope, courage, with a hope and courage, accepting the inevitable cycle of life and death. The poem employs a powerful imagery contrast, such as the lively world outside versus the mother's stillness. This is the main theme of the poem. Okay, this is the main theme of the poem. The poet focuses on the virtual imagery of the life outside the car and life inside the car. Okay, to enhance its emotional impact, the use of metaphors like comparing the mother's face to the late winter's moon depends the sense of melancholy. The theme of love, morality, and acceptance are central, making the poem is a universal expression of human emotions. Okay, here again I am reminding you that this one is a demo class, and I will be providing this class in paid format, and it will be of 299 only. If you want to attain a maximum possibility to attain a good mark in the final examination, you can join this course for English only, general English only. For alternative English, I will be providing another course for this. If you want to join this course, you can click on the link given in the description section, and the quality and the content of this chapter or the course will be the same provided in this video only. So thank you all for watching this video. If you want to join us, you can click on the link given in the description section, and if you have any query, you can message us in the Telegram or Facebook page